Hello everybody, this is Walrus McFish Sr. and we are back with more Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup featuring Horsella Oatbag, the archer, centaur of Kozlal. So, it's a pretty silly name, but a pretty cool character, and we didn't even lose the character, so yeah, we're back for round 2 at least, so better than last time. Anyway, last time we had made it through pretty much the entirety of the early game. We made it down here to the lair and cleared out lair 1. So we'll do our absolute best not to die. I thought those were fruits for sure. Green rat corpses deceive me. Made a nice little stash here. We could eat something, but I'm sure we'll find some corpses in a second. Alright, wandering mushroom, let's shoot it. Because those things can confuse you, correct? On the other hand, we can have clarity. So, never mind. New kind of potion. Yeah, we can certainly identify that. Especially because jewelry auto-identifies now. And what is this that we have? I'd be curious to know. Potions of poison. No need to carry that around at all. We'll shoot down the frog. Seems appropriate. Faster than a frog is nice. Faster than the speed of frogs. And look at all of our pretty colors. Alright, this is awesome. We got our enchant armor. I think I'm going to blow that right now for all the AC we can get, and we certainly will enchant up our barding. Because how often do you find a nice barding? Not very often, really. So, gotta capitalize on that one, you know? I mean, take care of the ones you have. Give me a corpse. Use a corpse here. There we go. And we have our permanent repellent missiles, which is so nice. Well, by permanent I mean piety dependent. But you know what I mean. Look at all these clouds. And wow, that thing bites pretty hard. We are faster than it. Ugh. Here comes a snake. That thing is... yeah, that thing is pretty fast. Porcupine is over there. Okay, we got a level up of some kind. What do we put it in? Tempted to keep going with dexterity. I mean, our strength did go up a couple of points. 16 I'm happier about, especially considering we're only wearing a robe now. So we might just get more dexterity. I mean, 10 intelligence is not bad for our purposes, if we only want to learn portal projectile and stuff. So, yeah, I think maybe dexterity is where we want to go. Sure. I do want to train my dodging up a little bit. So we'll go with a point of dexterity. And see, our strength went up anyway. I just think our strength is possibly likely to go up as a centaur. I'm not sure. Okay. Let's try to take these guys out. Come on, Elemental Fury. Help me out here. There we go. Corpse, nice. Nice little snack. Shoot down a wolf maybe, a couple of wolves. Can run away from it as it happens. This, you know, oh, okay, wow, that's a lot of wolves. They're pretty quick, aren't they? Might be worth an upheaval. Possibly. Yeah, right there, upheaval. Bam! Nice! That was awesome. And one more. Upheaval right here. Bam! Oh, yes, those double kills are so good. Okay, but that used up a bit of piety. Alright. That's what I was afraid of, but that was a lot of wolves, so I don't even care. Drain the last one to death. Yes, drain its very essence. Ha ha ha! That's what Crawl is all about. Draining the essence of wolves just to feel them suffer. The Shining One did not allow us that unholy pleasure, but Kozlal doesn't care. Kozlal does care that we unleashed his fury a little too much, so now we need to earn back his respect by doing it ourselves for a while. So at least we have a better sense of how much piety that took. It took, how much? a small amount of piety, but it was enough to push us back over the edge. Elemental Force, summoning elementals, it could be useful. Moderate amounts. Okay. Interesting. So I wonder how many elementals that generates. It could be worth experimenting with. Never tried it before. New kind of amulets. Amulet of Rage. Interesting, but I don't think we can use that with a bow, so I think we prefer the clarity, to be honest. Maybe we could go into some serious bashing mode with our Morningstar in an emergency. But let's try not to let it get to that point. A Potion of Curing is nice to have around. New scrolls, enchant weapon. Interesting. Well, our short bow we could enchant up a little bit more. But I think I'd honestly even rather just get my Morningstar up to +1. It's kind of embarrassing having a +0 weapon. And it's like, my short bow is nice, but, you know, I'm going to get a long bow soon enough, I hope. We might be stuck with it for a while, but, you know, let's go with this Morningstar. We're using it enough. Those enchant weapons are now, I believe, guaranteed to succeed, and also comparatively more rare. Silence. A Book of Control, what's in here? Control teleports. Control undead. Enslavement. Interesting stuff, but, you know, I don't think it's really for us. Let's drop it. The only spell we really want to know about is Portal Projectile. If you got Portal Projectile, then I want to know about it. Man, these wolves just keep coming. Let's back into here and bash them. With my newly enchanted Morningstar. Whoops. Hey, get in here. I don't care if there's a cloud in here. You come in here and fight. Great. So, cool. We got our sweet Kozlov abilities back. Man, 4 stars, he gives you both the temporary resistances and also the repel missiles. That's a pretty important threshold. So we're not gonna use too much in the way of Kozlov abilities until we build up our piety some more. We want to get up towards full piety, and then we'll see what we can do about spamming it. Although I guess if the opportunity presents itself, we won't be shy about it. You know, I was thinking just now. I mean, we need to learn some sort of area effect ability. You know, I mean, we can shoot arrows at single targets, but we don't really have anything to do with area of effects. But then I thought, aha. Kozlov's Upheaval sort of fulfills that role, as well as his elemental or his disaster area ability or something that we get later for more drastic area of effect. Here's a jeweled chainmail. Let's identify it. +7. Ooh, it's not bad. It's really not bad at all. Let's go upstairs and try it on. So we've got 1712 right now. If we wore that, it would be 25.3. So that's a total of 28. So that's a total of 29. But arguably AC is more important. I don't know. It's tempting. It's very tempting. And we could also train our armor up a little bit more, and that would make it even better. Yeah. That could be the move. It's good armor. It is. We already have a little bit of fire resistance. The negative resistance is nice too. I mean, it's a solid piece of armor. That might be something that we want to work towards, but that means we want to work up our armor a little bit more. So let's actually focus that for a second. Turn off dodging for a second. And what else? Maces are fighting. When fighting gets up to 10, we might turn that off. Invocations, I would like to get up higher. Man, yeah, I'm not sure. So let's just keep on the robe for a second, but let's hang on to this because we do want to transition to this. We'll try it out. It's solid. It's really solid. Spiny frog. Take out the spiny frog. Stupid spiny frog. Nice. Destroying funguses incidentally as we go. That is absolutely in the spirit of Kozlov. I didn't mean to destroy that fungus, it just happened. Because I'm a walking disaster. That's the essence of Kozlov. Alright, so explore around here, got the arrows, and we're ready to keep going down. Good. Plate armor. Good. Ring mail. Fine. Naga barding. Not for me. A new pair of glowing gloves. Alright, so we have those +2 gloves. These could very well be better though. Gloves of strength or something. Let's see. Whoa. No. Back off. Oh, everybody's barking and hissing at me because, well, I'm so loud and obnoxious. No offense, Kozlov. I'm just saying, you know, we do make a scene. Don't get upset with me. I'm just stating facts. Kozlov can get touchy. Here comes a whole pack of rats. Which is fine. Alright, let's try on these new gloves for real. Yeah. So that's -2 AC. But much more in the way of dexterity. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. More reason eventually to switch to the chainmail, I think. 8-headed Hydra, alright. Shoot him down. Take him out. Gotta keep up the DPS. Ugh. Oh no! Alright, I almost backed myself into a corner there. That was pretty dumb. But we got it. We knew what we were doing. Just in time. Crack shot. That's us. Whoa. Well, that was not as easy as I expected it to be. We lost half our life trying to bash in a crocodile. So let's use our arrows and then take them out. Okay, so maybe that was just a particularly tough crocodile. Yikes, these wolves. How do we even get in here? These wolves are fast and vicious. Let's go up here. Nice. And now we can bash from the safety of our own home. Fight them one at a time, yeah. The real harm is that they can swarm us. But this is fine. Yeah. Komodo dragon. Everybody comes at us. It's crazy. Kozlov is one crazy dude. No offense, Kozlov. Again, I'm not trying to pick a fight. I meant it as a compliment. It keeps up the excitement level. Like, look, these blink frogs just came out of nowhere. I'm trying to rest, and it's like, bam, blink frogs. You thought you were done? Nope, more blink frogs. Okay, nice. Bash these guys up. Let's get into a hallway. And get out our bow. Okay, never mind. Here comes a lot more guys. Whoa, this might be too many guys. What do we do? Teleport? Fear? Fear, I think, is the move. Fear. Nice. Dang, these blink frogs are just crazy. Whoa, okay. I think we have to re-teleport. Oof. This is no good. I almost have to just cure this curing in order to get out of here. Hopefully that won't be necessary. Let's just wait a turn. Wait a turn. Yeah. We'll just attack. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's the way out. Come on. Blink out of here. Good. Whoa. Alright, good. Phew, that was too close for comfort. Kozlov's crazy, man. I'm not used to this. Alright, I'm not used to this level of unstealthiness. Like, I'm not used to people just coming out of nowhere. Like, you can't just rest with Kozlov. It's sort of like being in hell all the time. Which is a little crazy. It's fine, though. It just means we should stare dance more judiciously. Like here. Oh, nice. We just killed him with the roaring flames, for example. That's something. Whoa! How did this happen? Oh no. Alright. Well, we can't stand next to this blink frog. We have to use the scroll of blinking. That's awful. If I die right here, that's so bad. Quaff curing. Hit him with frost. No, never mind. Shoot him with an arrow. What else can we do? We can hit him with a disaster area. Upheaval. Nice. Thank you, Castle, for not embarrassing myself. Alright, you know what that tells me? It tells me it's time to switch. We're making a switch to that better armor. 16, 13, what happens if we wear it like this? 23, 4. It's not that much worse. And our AC needs the boost. We're going to give it a try anyway. An arbalest. That's interesting. I think that's the next level up of crossbow. That's pretty neat. We haven't seen any longbows ourselves, have we? No. Figures. Alright, well, yeah. Maces and flails should have been pretty good. Those blink frogs are just nasty. They hit pretty hard. So let's try not to do that anymore. And yeah, let's shoot them down from a distance for sure. Good. Yeah. Hopefully we can continue to take them down just one at a time. Here. There we go. All right, Yak, come on down. There's a lot of arrows around here, so I'm not that concerned about ammo, but Yak, why don't you come over here? We'll fight upstairs. There we go. Yeah, ideally they'll just wander to my clouds, too. I'm wondering if that robe of clouds will send me back. You know, I mean, we discussed that, but it's just nice to know what's really a cloud and what's not a cloud. What's a Kozlov cloud and what's just a stupid rain cloud. It does look like I have a fair number of Kozlov clouds. Like, look at that. Thundercloud, cloud of flames, sparse dust. That one doesn't seem very good. But, whatever. Okay. Come on. Kill the water moccasin. Good. There's a hound. Fine. Excellent. Yes, no. Blink frogs. Alright, my old nemesis. Let's see how this armor does. Against them. Hopefully we will not be as squishy as we were a second ago. We don't want to wear any armor too much. I mean, okay, destroying all this fungus, fine. The funguses are P's too now. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, that's interesting. I guess they made it so the monster funguses are F's, and then the regular, the stage feature funguses are P's, just so that you don't get confused. I can respect that. A raven. That's interesting. I don't think I trust that. Just because there's often Tengu where there's ravens. Not necessarily here. I guess the lair was more likely to just find the beasts. A kind of ring? Interesting. Was the raven guarding that? Is this like the raven's little like nest stash here? If so, that's awesome. That's an awesome little vault. Totally approve of that. Let's see what we got. Anything better? Any better kind of ring here? Yep. Ooh, a cursed ring of teleportation. So we've got the set of teleport rings already, which is unusual, but cool. Let's try this amulet, Amulet of Warding. Okay, so we could have really good RN plus if we want to, but I'd rather have Clarity for now, I think. Iguana. Don't approve of reptiles. Okay, we have a scroll of teleportation. It's good to have in our back pocket. Polar bear. Alright, we can shoot this guy down, right? Polar bear is an H. Oh yeah, I remember. They changed bears to H. Can we just bash this polar bear? Sure. We've got awesome new armor. Alright, yeah, we should bash things a little bit more. Good, we got lots of armor. Of course, we should use our arrows. Basically, that's what we should do, right? That's the classic thing to do. You shoot things with arrows until they get closer, and then when they get too close, you bash them. We can also run away and stuff. Young Poisoner's a handbook. That'd be a left turn for our character, right? We'll study up some poison magic. Could be kind of interesting, but I don't think that's really the direction we want to go. Stupid crocodile. A robe, nope. Yeah, Robe of Clouds was dumb. I mean, the Robe of Clouds was awesome for what it was. We were just lucky to find this chainmail, because I think this chainmail is superior. And we need the AC. I think as our armor improves, it should improve our armor, AC, and our EV as well. Because right now our EV is really bad, obviously. So, Scroll of Enchant Armor, interesting. Alright, so that's good, that's very good. Let's do that on our Gloves of Dexterity, I guess, because it's pretty cool to have an enchanted thing. That should be the priority for Enchant Armor. Definitely auxiliary armor with some sort of enchantment on it. One of random effects. Okay, well, Kozlal kind of likes that, I bet. He's all about that sort of thing. Here come a bunch of wolves, which are swarming me all over, but we sort of got this. Oh, there's a water moccasin getting me. That's part of the problem. All these clouds everywhere, it's sort of hard to focus on what's happening. We sort of need to stay in areas where we can back off easily. Okay, here comes a bunch of guys. Let's fight them down here. We can always go upstairs if we have to. We only have to fight 2 at a time. Alright. And maybe we should go upstairs like now. Like, here comes Snorg. Let's see if we can get one more yak to come upstairs with us and we'll take him out. Cool. Alright, that wasn't bad. Now we can go... Wait, probably can't reach what? What can't you reach? Outrageous. Something outrageous, no doubt. I can't even find it. Oh well. Yeah. Snorg, yes, Snorg is here. To deal with that Snorg-like person. Shoot arrows, kill, shoot arrows, shoot arrows, shoot arrow, kill, kill. If I had to narrate all the actions I were doing individually, that's what I would say. I love all these clouds, though. These clouds are just so cool. Shoot, 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 shoot. Kill the yak. I can take him down. Yeah, bash him down. Here's Snorg. Alright, we want to shoot Snorg a bunch. We might even want to use a needles. Whoa, Snorg is berserk. So let's wield the blowgun. Fire off a couple of poisons. Whoa, Snorg is coming after us with vengeance. Snorg faster than us. Okay. Didn't want to deal with Berserk Snorg exactly. So, we'll deal with him later. He'll hear us. He'll come and find us when he's ready. For round 2. We ran away, I mean. Oh yeah, and we've got Arrows of Flame and Arrows of Frost now. So let's not forget about that. We could use that in particularly dangerous situations. In fact, let's use them right now. Arrows of Frost. Snorg went berserk again. Snorg, you have anger management issues. Alright, Snorg is not going down to my bow. I'm still faster than him though, that's what I wonder. It would seem so, basically. Whoa. That's not what I expected. Alright, well, he'll probably come after me anyway. Snorg is being kind of a jerk here. What should we do about that? Could have been with a polymorph. Or like an upheaval. Whoa, yeah, he does hit pretty hard. Stupid Snorg. Okay, he went unberserk. Which gives us a chance to get away, but we still don't have a clear plan for how to take him down. Let's get these jokers over here. Come over here, Blink Frog. Snorg is berserk again. Snorg. Alright, whatever. New thing, new plan. Whoa. Nice. This is good. Whole bunch of clouds to kill everybody. Nice. You know what this reminds me of a little bit is sometimes as a demon spawn you get the mutation where if you get hit you spawn clouds of miasma around you, which sort of kill everything in very short order. It's sort of like this. It's really fun. Just having all these clouds everywhere that just kill things sort of pseudo-randomly. Snorg, it's Snorg again. So, whoops. We've got Karare, let's do that. Nice. We can Karare him perhaps. That works, right? We'll shoot all our Karare at him. Hippogriff got Karare, that's fine. Snorg, you are going down. All the Karare. And then a couple arrows to finish him off. Bam! Oh, we don't even need frost arrows. Bam! Bam! How did he not go berserk? He must have been exhausted or something. Oh, the Karare. Does the Karare prevent him from going berserk? I'm not sure. That staircase mimic migrated all the way from over there. That's pretty hilarious. They do wake up sometimes. Okay. So he took out Snorg finally. That was the plan. Karare Needle works. Wand of Slowing may actually come in handy. I could work up my evocations a little bit. That's always a safe bet. I've got a ring of teleportation now. In fact, yeah, considering how little I have in the way of scrolls of teleportation, and considering how much I need to get away, it might be worth working up my evocations a little bit. But I don't know what I would turn off. When fighting gets to 10, I'll probably turn that off for a while, because that's a nice round number. Possibly invocations as well. But I do want to train that up to epic levels and see what my high level Kozlal is like. Because that, so far, seems like pretty cool stuff. Tab. This tab is not working. Let's go down here and move down here. And we'll shoot him too. When appropriate. Nice. Level 13. Very good. Oh, whoops. We lost our ability to do something Kozlal-y because we dropped down a piety level. Kozlal is an impatient god. But that's okay. One would expect as much from a god of elemental fury. A Lajatang is a pretty cool option. But, nah. What else have we seen in that Maces category? An Evening Star. Really? Didn't notice that. I'm gonna go and pick that up. I know I said I didn't want to use a shield, but well, I don't know. Even, it might not be. I don't know. Whoa, stupid Komodo dragon. Why does everything kill me so much? Really is just unfair. Alright. Starving, eat something. Eat that stupid meat ration. Alright, go and get that evening star now. I'd really prefer to have something like a nice enchanted great mace or something, but I'm going to carry this just because in case I read a scroll of brand weapon. I could brand that up nicely. It could be a good weapon. Alright, that's neat. Glad I searched for that. Runed trident. Got all my arrows back. Feature mimic. Where's the mimic? Where are you, mimic? Over here. I'm gonna get you. I think he came and fought. Yeah, he fought us already. Never mind. We don't know what we're talking about. Oh, hello. Well, everybody's gonna come and get us immediately. But we're used to that. Shoot the frog, shoot the frog. Whoa, a torpor snail? Are you kidding me? Never seen one of those before. That's pretty weird, and it's a W. So, yeah, I guess that mollusks are now W, or at least... Whoa, torpor snail. Torpor snail means business. That's crazy. I don't think I like that torpor snail at all. If I had to say. I do believe, Mr. Torpor Snail, that I don't much care for you. New kind of amulet. Amulet of Guardian Spirit. Something to consider. Truly is. We might actually wear that for right now. That might be a really good option for us. Oh yeah, so we're up at 5 stars. We can do something called Disaster Area with 12%. I think that attacks everything in a wide area everywhere around us. Let's read it. Let's see what happens. Blast the entire area around you with powerful natural forces. So I think it's just like a mega blast. Calcifying dust hits us, but we have many clouds of our own. Let's try not to get gored by a whole bunch of sheep. There's a whole bunch of sheep. I mean, the catalobolas is our most serious concern. Kill the sheep, nice, just with our elemental fury. I can appreciate that. Nice, and we killed the catalobolas too. Nice, all the sheep are just going down to our elemental fury. That's great. So good. Okay, and here comes Blink Frog, which has given us trouble in the past. You know, it makes me wonder if maybe we should take a shield. I know that's kind of dumb sounding, considering that that was part of the specification of this character, that we wouldn't. You know, with a bow, you don't really want to take a shield because it has a serious impact. But, on the other hand, a buckler would not affect our rate of fire that badly, especially if we got our skills up higher. And, well, I don't know if Kozlow's shield is going to cut it. Our defenses are pretty poor in general, so we'll see how things go, honestly. Like, have we seen any bucklers? No, we haven't even seen any bucklers, so it's a moot point for now. Let's go ahead and read that enchant armor again, and get up our get up the dexterity. And get up our barding too in a minute, but I feel like that's just good to have. Staircase to the swamp, okay. I don't feel too badly one way or the other about that. It's probably easier than the shoals. Although maybe more annoying, and there's fewer shops. Take out this stupid Hydra, very good. Only took about a bajillion arrows. Nice. Okay, though. We're doing okay. We're 5, so we're like pretty good. Glowing helmet, unfortunately, we can't wear because of our stupid antennae. Bunch of bellowing yaks, which at this point I do actually feel much more confident in my ability to tab through. So I know I was saying that last video that I was not feeling so good about that, but now I'm feeling a lot better. These guys will shoot out a couple arrows at because we can. Just because we can. Alright, now that they're close, we'll bust out the old Morning Star. Whoa, that's pretty serious poison, but we got this. Here comes a boring beetle. Boring. Poison him up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, very nice. Nagas, which are leading me to believe that we have a snake pit style area. More poisoned. But we should be able to take these guys out, right? One hopes. Yeah, okay, no problem, not really. So it's the snake pit. Okay. And this is real, right? Yeah, that's for real. The other one was real too. It doesn't matter that much. If it's not real, we'll find out soon enough when we see another stairs. New scroll. Recharging. Okay, interesting. What should we recharge? Well, I guess that probably our best wand is either draining or polymorph. Let's go with draining. Draining is probably our best offensive wand. And, yeah. Nice. Elemental Fury taking down these rats like it's nothing. New kind of potion. Let's identify that. Cure Mutation. So there's something to be said for quaffing that, although, honestly, I think I'm cool for now. Let's wait until we get some much worse mutations. The fact that we shout occasionally is nothing that's affecting us negatively in any way, really. For reasons we have discussed. Our stealth is super bad, as it is. Alright. Why would I want to do that? Good question. Why wouldn't I want to do that? Huh, game? Why you gotta be so judgmental? Alright, so both those staircases are real, so it looks like we're dealing with swamp and snake pit. Which is cool. I'm cool with that. Sounds fine to me. Anyway, yeah, looks like we'll keep going through the lair. Doing this lair business. That's how we roll. It's our lair. Nice. Feeling more confident with this Morning Star now. Okay. All these jokers are going to come get me, so just back away. Right? Why didn't you come and get me? Was he afraid of the clouds? Can't be afraid of the cloud, man. It's a new technology. It was pervading our lives. You can't resist change like that. Stupid sheep. Butcher these sheep. A papyrus book of sorts. Well, let's drop these lame pair of gloves that we'll never wear. We've got to drop some of this stuff. Clear out some of our inventory space. Okay, we've got Book of the Sky. We could go deflect missiles. But we already have repel missiles. We could go tornado. That'd be awesome. It would have been nice to have found this game in our Tengu game last time. Would have been a perfect thing to find in the lair. Here, though, I don't think we're gonna. We did so much air magic stuff last game. I don't think we're gonna do it. Let's just drop it and that. The bush is struck by lightning. That's dramatic. The bush is getting repeatedly struck by lightning. That's Kozlov for you. He'll strike you with lightning if he doesn't like you. And he doesn't care for bushes. They're an affront. Affront to his greatness. Okay, shoot down this 6-headed Hydra real quick. Nice. He's afraid to go through that storm cloud. That's awesome. Very good. Yeah, Bush is engulfed in freezing vapors. Take that, Bush. I think that Kozlov will give us temporary electrical resistance, right? If we are worthy of him. Will he? I guess not. That's annoying. Let's get out of here. Alright, new plan. Temporarily wear the robe of clouds. And go and deal with those electric eels, because those guys are kind of a pain. Destroy the fungus? Why am I tabbing? Oh, okay, I was not tabbing through the fungus. That was just a consequence of my clouds destroying everything. Destroy! That was me. That was all me destroying that plant. Just because I thought I could. I thought I should, really. Wield the robe of clouds. We're going in to this eel-infested area. Hey, eels. Yeah, that's right, eels. Come and get me. Bam. Destroy all eels. Do 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 do. Nice. Well, I'm glad I have that robe in my back pocket at least. And I bet it does actually fit in your back pocket to a certain extent, being the robe of clouds. I bet it folds up rather nicely. I didn't even do anything, and those guys just died. Good job, Kozlov. Look, these sheep won't even get close to me. I could shoot them with arrows if I wanted to, but what's the point even? Dude, come and get me. Possibly an axe could have been great for this character. Do we still have that axe? No. Well, we're too invested in maces and flails now. Or are we? We do have a certain ability to change that if we want to. Let's turn off fighting for a second. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, we'll turn off fighting, turn on evocations. Get our maces and flails up to 10 too and see what happens. We might want to get our maces and flails up to 16 again. Black Mamba, yikes. Those things are pretty nasty. Let's go upstairs. Avoid that Black Mamba. Black Mamba. Going on here instead. And yeah, let's put on our chainmail. Seems like a fine thing to do. I like that chainmail. Okay. We can put on that robe for emergencies. So those guys, oh, I don't think those guys can give me sickness anymore. Right? They used to give you sickness, of course. Now I'm not so sure. I don't think they can. There you are. That stupid Black Mamba. Alright, let's take him out once and for all. He will poison us pretty badly. But he will also suffer our elemental wrath. Very well. Alright, quarterstaff, nice, grinding stuff. Twisted wand is magic darts. We don't really need one of those. Here comes a boring beetle. I thought they got rid of boring beetles for some reason. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Alright, stupid blink frogs must die. All blink frogs must die. Evocations is getting up a little bit. Shoot these guys. Shoot them all dead. Okay, blink frog is almost dead. Nice, kill them all. Show them all. We need to lure them through our cloud. Seems to be part of the plan. I should practice doing that a little bit more. I think that should be part of the plan for our tactical pursuits, is backing off through our clouds in such a way that it creates an impenetrable wall. I haven't really been thinking about that, but it could be something interesting to consider. Crocodile corpse. That's pretty delicious, one imagines. I've never eaten crocodile meat, but sounds like it could be good. +0 cloak. Oh yeah, well those things are guaranteed to be +0 now, unless it's actually blue. I think that's a little dumb, but oh well. Book of Flames. Anything in here that we could benefit from? Inner Flame. That'd be fun, but not really. Nah. We've got all the elemental stuff we need in Kozlal. It would be sort of insulting, I think, to Kozlal to even study elemental magic at all. Because it's like, you know, I don't have to explain myself. I mean, it's obvious. If you're the god of elemental magic, and somebody is like studying their own elemental magic and also worshiping you, it's like, hey man, I don't know. Maybe I don't understand the psychology of Kozlal very well, but I would imagine that I would be slightly insulted if that were the case. Alright, Lair 6 complete. We'll at least clear out Lair and call it a video. Maybe we'll head down towards the Orcish Mines, but maybe we'll save that for a separate video. I think that's probably appropriate. What's that? A brightly glowing glaive, huh? It's at least worth investigating. Pole arms is not that bad. We got it up to 2. Let's wield it and see what happens. Oh, it's so good. I mean, the venom's not great, but yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, well, possible new plan. Let's try training up our pole arms some more and wield this thing. It's too good. It's not the best, but I mean, we can afford to do that. Like, look, we just chopped that hound in one chop. I don't know. I feel like it's worth it. Resist corrosion. That's good. That's good to have on hand. I feel like we should still go with Guardian Spirit, though. Is that what I was wearing before? I feel like that's the best thing to wear for now. I feel like our defenses are poor enough that we should just go for that. 6-headed Hydra. Yeah, well, we can't use that against the Hydra, of course. But that's what we've got arrows for, right? Arrows are still our main deal. The glaive is just icing now. New kind of potion. Well, we have... Well, what I don't know. We should identify it. Potion of Resistance. Okay. New kind of scroll. A scroll of requirement. Oh, what do you know about that? What do we want right now? A weapon? Well, we just found a nice weapon, so I don't think we want to acquire anything like that. Armor? Jewelry? Jewelry is bound to be something lame. I feel like armor is our best bet right now. We might get a nice enchanted barding or something like that. I don't know. Let's give it a try. A rune centaur barding. Let's see if it's actually enchanted. Okay, well, an objective upgrade. A +1 centaur barding of stealth. Not exactly what I was looking for, but okay. Not bad. That's pretty hilarious. Here comes a bunch of sheep. Let's chop them down with our glaive. Yeah, alright. I think that gives us protection against petrification. Like, look at we've got MR+++ now, which is really where you want to be. We can just chop through these guys. This is not a bad weapon. I really feel like this is an excellent find, and perhaps we were destined to use polearms after all. I mean, that is what we were after from the beginning. A rune shortbow. That also could be a nice upgrade here. Let's drop that, pick up this, wield this. A shortbow with evasion. That's pretty weird. I guess it's okay. Drop, yeah, I don't even know. Pretty weird. Drop random effects, magic dart, one of these digging. We should go back to our stash eventually. Yeah. Scroll of Amnesia, we don't really need. Don't have any spells. Here comes a boring beetle, coming to bore after us. He bored all the way here. Okay, man, now we're in business. Scroll of Enchant Weapon. Oh, okay. Well, this is fine then. We'll work up our short bow of evasion, I guess. There, alright, now it's at least as good as that. And, I mean, I'm not sure exactly why we need a short bow of evasion, but it's something. This weapon is going to be a little bit bulky for us, but I think we'll still be okay. I think it'll be pretty awesome. We're starving somehow. Let's eat that meat ration. That'll clear up a little space too. So we just got one more floor to go. I don't really want to go back to the stash just right now. Take a sip of my iced tea here just to get my voice going. Take a pause before we go down to the final level of the lair. Delicious iced tea. Good for one's voice, as they say. I guess. I don't know. I mean, it seems to help, I guess. So on we go down to layer 8, which is often confers a degree of difficulty not found in the other levels of the lair. I mean, we're guaranteed to find something interesting. Like here's a fire drake, for instance. Hopefully he starts a forest fire. That'd be incredible. Or a fungus fire, at least. Well, I guess we have RF+++, so I'm not actually that concerned, right? Let's go upstairs. Oh, and he can't burn any of our stuff, which is kind of interesting. Alright, these guys are all getting totally demolished. Here comes some Spriggans. Yikes. This could be an opportunity for an elemental blast. Let's see how things look when we go downstairs. But like, look at this. I think it's time for a disaster area. We are at full causal piety. Let's give it a try. Alright. This is the first time I've ever seen this before. Bam! Okay. Destroy the fungus. That didn't work very well. Oh yeah, come on, kill all these guys. Kill that. Nice. Okay, at least the clouds can kill these guys pretty effectively. That seemed like a waste of piety. Let's tap this guy down. I don't care if he drains my intelligence. I'm not using it anyway. Well, Kozlov, that was pretty cool. Maybe it would be better with higher piety, but it didn't hit anybody right next to us. Well, we need to stair dance up right now. I'm glad our AC is a little higher. We can actually afford to get away with this. This is pretty fun, actually. Drop rotting flesh. Yeah, I could foresee myself using that disaster area ability on a place like Vault 5 for sure. That could be pretty awesome. Here comes some Spriggans. A lot of crazy stuff going on. We're going to stair dance to the greatest extent possible. Yeah, so this is not bad. It's sort of like every level is Vault 5. Looks like we have... Oh, he's riding a wasp. That's interesting. Spriggan's riding wasps? That's something new. They used to ride fireflies exclusively, I believe. But yeah, basically we can just stare dance the heck out of every level as all these things come rushing towards us. Especially these end branch levels. Jiva. We can make a switch to Jiva. Tech switch to Jiva. I do not have a Jiva win. A young Spriggan Druid. Okay. Let's take him down. Nice, got him. Took him out. Let's get back to the stairs. Okay. Yeah, look at all these guys coming after us. This is crazy. Yeah, I don't have a Jiva win. I would love to have a Jiva win on camera. That'd be a fun playthrough to do. But, unfortunately, he's not very consistent. His altars don't show up, so the best we could do is hope for a Jiva altar, and then if one doesn't show up, we could try to dive for Jiva. It's also possible, you know, you can always worship the Shining One or something like that, and then switch to Jiva, and he doesn't care. So we could try something like that too. That'll be fine. Then at least we have the Shining One for a while. Unfortunately, Zin doesn't like to play that game because Jiva is an inherently chaotic creature. Here come the Death Yaks, by the way. Can we take these one at a time? Okay. Take this guy up. Now we're going to try to poison him a little bit. Yeah, here we go. He's going to die. That was easy. Super easy. Let's try to do it again. Oh, whoops, I was using Karare. That explains it. Let's try that again. Whoa. Death Yak is struck by lightning. That's incredible. Now he should just die, right? Pretty sure I can just kite these guys with my glaive. Drop, rot. Pick up. Yeah, butcher some of that. Great. This is working great. Three death yaks I don't want to fight at the same time at all. Could be an opportunity for an upheaval. Let's try it. Yeah, right here. That kind of worked. Killed the Death Yak. That's cool. Yeah, let's just try to kite these guys with my thing. Okay, yeah, kiting with my awesome glaive seems to be an awesome idea. Not to mention that kiting means that they are forced to be dragged through my elemental fury. I wonder how many times I've used the phrase elemental fury in this playthrough so far. But that's what it is, man. That's what we're all about this game. All about the fury. Cool quarterstaff is awesome. Yeah, I mean, this glaive isn't going to do as good forever. I mean, it's only venom, it's only a glaive, it's only +6. But the resistances are so nice, and it is comparatively just much nicer than anything else we found. So, it works, and it's a big two-handed weapon. That's what we've been looking for. Cool. There's probably not too much else in the level. I mean, I feel like everything's attacked us already. Fine ringmail. Worth investigating. Drop. I don't know. Let's identify it. Check it out. +2 ringmail. Nope. Not at all. Striking fungus with lightning bolts like it's nothing. That's Kozlow's style. No. Drop that wolf flesh and pick up this wolf flesh instead. More Spriggans. We already killed off quite a number of Spriggans. I mean, I'm sure there's some kind of Spriggan forest vault or something over here, but I feel like everybody came to get us already. A buckler? Yeah, so we're not going to bother with a buckler. It's only the extremely unobservant Spriggans who have not noticed us by now. I feel sick. Why? What happened? Got the flu. Okay, take out 2 polar bears, no problem. Stupid polar bears. Alright. This seems to be not too bad. That was a pretty awesome Lair 8 experience, if I had to say. I hope Orc 4 goes this well, and I hope Lair 5 goes this well. I mean, Lair 5 is like this by default, but I mean, Orc 4 would be kind of nice if all the threats came running towards us while we could just stare dance them. Seems like a plan. Yeah, alright, you know, there's a bunch of guys still trying to kill us, but not doing a very good job of it, if I had to say. Right? We're feeling good. We're feeling very okay. Blink frogs, blink frogs. You know that blink frogs are giving us trouble, but now we're feeling okay. I wish our EV would rise up past 4, you know. Shiny fluorescent wands, but we can't carry it. Ugh. We gotta drop some of this stuff off at the stash. Let's drop this potion of liquefaction. I mean, I know I don't want to use it. And we'll fire this wand. Wand of disintegration is useful to have around. Hello, Mr. Spriggan. Yes. Okay. 1,300 gold pieces. We've got, you know, full checkbook here when we can go and check out the Orcish mines. Possibly there's something useful to buy. And yeah, wow, good job, Kozlal. Carried us straight through the lair. Full-ish piety, excuse me. That's pretty neat. So let's head back to our stash. Really happy we found this glaive. It makes me super duper pleased with our situation. And yeah, our polearms is already up to 4.2, so we're getting good with a variety of weapons, despite the fact that we're not very good with anything. I mean, we still might as well diversify a little bit. So we can definitely drop some of this stuff, like the Evening Star and the Morning Star and the, let's see, bowgun we're going to keep on hand. Arrows, needles of sleeping, no. Arrows, yeah, I mean, we've only got 6 of those, though. It's not very helpful. Robe of Clouds, well, I've got this thing now, so not really. Training, Polymorph, Flame, yeah, we don't need 2 of those, so drop that one. And Slowing, yeah, not that useful enough. Bread rations or fruits are useful to have. Recharging, we can drop. Magic Mapping, yeah, might as well carry it around. Rage, yeah, we're not going to use it. Clarity, you never know what you're going to need. Warding, we can come back when we need it. Resist Corrosion, I guess it's nice to have on hand. Cure Mutation can hang out here. And, sure, Restore Abilities as well. We don't really need that on tap. And Brilliance, we're never going to use that. Great. Alright, that's looking much better. Alright, plenty of inventory slots now to fill up with lots of other crap. So anyway, that's a great video. Yeah, we'll call it there just because it's a natural breaking point, but I might be back to play a little bit more later tonight, so we'll see how it goes. But anyway, until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.